All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamak. I have the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started with the lesson, I want to first start by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom to sincere Akim, who are the brothers push teaching truth all across the four corners of the earth. All right, and Shalom to sincere listeners and sincere believers. Okay, here with this post that I retrieved from social media. All right, and I thought it to be sincere. Okay, a post from a sister because within the profile name it mentioned Yasha Allah. All right, so it is one that is it comes off to be a sincere believer. Okay, to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, Lord willing. All right, so just to go right into the post, let's see what I can start. Let me go up. All right, it says it starts off. It says most of us women, including me, can't keep a man because our mothers never raised us on how to keep one. They taught us to be independent, which builds pride and makes us feel superior to our men because we have more or able to do more, not knowing that this was a system put in place for things to be our way. I wonder why our great grandparents never sung a song about being an independent bitch. Man, they were submissive and knew who was in charge. Now, due to experiences they went through with the men they dealt with in the 80s and 90s crack and welfare era, the head of household was not really in the picture for numerous amounts of reasons. But think or research, who put the drugs in our community? My father's still battling this, and I see now why my parents separated. Traumatic stress passed down from generation to generation. But here's the main point that I want to emphasize. But curses put on us from breaking the laws of the Most High power. The Most High God says, anywho, whether you care or not, we gonna need our men in these last days. It's about to get ugly out here. All right, I'm gonna say that part again. It says, but curses put on us from breaking the laws of the Most High God. Anywho, whether you care or not, we gonna need our men in these last days. It's about to get ugly out here. All right. And this post comes out to be sincere. All right. And the curses from who? The curses from the Lord. All right. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments that are written in the Holy Bible. All right. And his name being Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father's true name, and Yahweh Shai, his only begotten son's true name. All right. And it says we're going to need our men these last days, preferably men of the Lord, man. Men that are truly laboring, all right, and keeping the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Not just some random old nigga, man. All right, men of the Lord in these last days, because that's who the Lord is going to protect when it's getting ugly out here due to prophecy, because this is prophecy. All right. So just going to go right into what she was mentioning. I want to first start out with Deuteronomy chapter 28, just because it said those curses, man. That's one of the first things you must realize when you find out you're an Israelite, man, that we are still suffering from these curses that are put on us from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 says, but it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right. And it's a great amount of curses, man. All right, being subject to Esau, Edom, chains on our necks, the slave trade in verse 68 of this chapter. All right. Is numerous amounts of curses, man. All right, that's another way to indicate that we are the people of the Bible, man. For us being the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the people of the scriptures. Point blank into the period, man. We our spirit bears witness to Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right, we suffer from these curses, man. All right, but she mentioned men in these last days. Okay, so I wanted to get Revelation chapter 21. All right. Because it is prophecy, man. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 3, just to show that the Lord is dealing with men. All right. It starts with the men. All right. And as she mentioned in her post, we're supposed to be the head of the household. We're supposed to be the true leaders of our people. Okay. But Esau Edom has set up this system, as she mentioned in the post as well. It's a system put in place by who? Esau Edom, the devil. All right. He put this system in place to break down the household of the Israelite household, basically, man. Of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And if you can't see that, man, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't recognize that Esau Edom is your enemy, All right, and that we're still suffering from these curses, and that we need the Lord in these last days. Hey, I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, really truly to repent, all right, or perish. So this is Revelation chapter 21, verse 3. It reads, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power." All right. So that tabernacle starts with the congregation of the Lord. All right. The house of the Lord starts with men. All right. It starts with men. And one thing I did want to point out that is spiritual is that when you're going through in the term, when you go into the term of children of Israel, this was back up that point that the Lord is truly dealing with men. All right. And it's another spiritual indicator that it's a reason why the scriptures speak about men should be only the ones teaching on the highways and byways, not men, not women. It's like it, not women. All right. That should be another indicator. All right. That we're supposed to be the true leaders, man. But let's get that children of Israel in the Hebrew. And this should bring home the point of what I was mentioning. Children it's truly going to the children of Israel. But let's see this word here. Okay, in the Hebrew it says ba. See, ba na. So he had ban. All right, ban. Okay, and that's for the word children. In the Hebrew, it says, look what it says. It says son, grandson, child, member or of a group. Okay, say son, man, child. Okay, grandson, children. All right. So initially, is that essence is that son, man, grandson, the man. All right, bond for the man, man. All right, and that should indicate or bring home the point that the Lord truly deals with men. All right, it starts with the man. Okay, not saying he can't deal with a woman. Not saying that at all. All right, but it starts with the men. All right, that's how the Lord he moves in order. Okay, and when she mentioned in the post that it's going to get ugly out here, and that's biblical. All right, let's get that Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. That is biblical, man. All out hell will break out, man. The Lord is going to defend those that trust in him and that have faith in him and that have been laboring, okay, in his name. All right, those have been the men of the Lord, the prophets. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. It reads, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." Verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great," being that time, man, being these times now. It says, "For that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right. It says, even the time of Jacob's trouble, referring to the Israelites. This is about to be the time. This is about to be judgment on the Israelites, man. But it says, but he shall be saved out of it. He being that sincere believer in Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. He being that prophet. Okay. He being the man of the Lord. All right. Or a general believer in Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. All right. Ultimately, of course, the elect. All right. The elect being delivered. Verse 8, it says, For it shall come to pass in that day, being these last days, it says, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Okay, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. So after all out hell breaks loose out here, we're going to be ruling. All right, the Lord's going to take these curses from off us, man. All right, he's going to take all this struggling, all the struggles that you can even imagine. All that's going to be gone, man. He's going to wipe away all those tears. All right. And there's going to be no more death after Jacob's trouble, after this great tribulation that's going to take place. All right. And during these times too, let's get that Isaiah 4:1. During these times too, man, many sincere believers, many people in general, whoever that may be, are going to need help from the men of the Lord in those days, man. Men of the Lord are going to be displaying their spiritual powers, okay, their wisdom, their knowledge, all right. And Lord willing, we hope and pray that we are these men in these last days, man. That we are able to provide, help, teach, whatever the case may be, to just endure in the faith in these last days, man, and for whoever it may be around us in that time as well. Okay, so I'm definitely not putting out this lesson like, oh yeah, y'all gonna need us, not putting it off like that, man, as being prideful, because we're hoping and praying that the Lord protects us in that day and that we are men of the Lord, all right, and that we're truly reading about ourselves within these scriptures. Okay, so this is Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. It reads, "In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and we will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." See? It says, "In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel." All right? I want to emphasize that verse 1 because 7 women, with 7 being the number of completion, all right, spiritual, it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, and it's not going to be just women, man. All right, it's not going to be some damn IG models or whatever you may display in your mind. It can be grandmas, it can be pregnant women, it can be, you never know. That's why we say we prophesy and know in part, because the Lord ain't going into detail of that such matter. All right, it's going to be a great multitude of believers around us. All right, that's what we are. That's what we know for a fact. There's going to be believers around us, man. A great multitude. All right. And they're going to seek help from the men of the Lord. Okay? And this is also spoken about chapter 32 of this same book. Let's get that. It's Isaiah 32 verse 1. It says, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment." Verse 2. "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind." All right? And it says, "A covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." See, you're gonna be very comforted when you to those that run into a man of the Lord, run into water in the damn desert, man. When you thirsty, that's how it's gonna be like running to a man of the Lord. It's like he's gonna be that hiding place from the wind, from that destruction. Okay, and it's gonna be various ways that the Lord's gonna bring, okay, death upon our people, man. Famine, great dying starvation, pestilence, deadly diseases, the sword from Esau Edom, him coming down his drones, tanks, guns, the whole 9. All right, that's why the since sister mentioned that it's about to get ugly out here in these last days, man. These are the things that's going to be taking place. Let's get one of those Second Ezra chapter 16. All right, Second Ezra 16. Verse 32, it says, "And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through." Verse 33. And let me say this too, that we're living in this chapter, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, 15 and 16. All right, these 2 chapters give us a great, all right, inclination or a great idea or imagery of what's about to be taking place in these last days, man. All right, and it's something for us, of course, to always meditate on, man, so we can spiritually be prepared, mentally be prepared. And these people are not being prepared right now, but Lord willing, you are getting prepared now. All right, spiritually, all right, and in the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the help of the prophets, man, putting out these edifying videos and warnings. Okay, but verse 33, it says, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." Okay, and that's why the sister went into that post about women, man, and she said including herself, because women, this society, this world, America has put women on a pedestal, as never with a time before, man. Women are on a pedestal right there. They're very high minded. They're very proud. They're very arrogant. Okay, but the Lord is about to bring that all very low. Okay, men as well. Don't get it wrong, men as well. But women are just glorified in this society today. And it's all out of order thanks to Esau Edom, thanks to the so-called white man. All right. But it says their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Verse 34, it says, "In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." Verse 35, "Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord." That's why I mentioned before earlier in the lesson that it's not just some regular men. This is not just, any, many, mighty, mo out here, man. It's the men of the Lord, the servants, the ones that are truly serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. All right, that's truly who the woman was mentioning, man. That protection is going to be through those men of the Lord, man, through those servants. Okay, and of course it sounds through the post, man. It sounds like she very well understood that, man, because that is a part of prophecy as well. These are all prophetic scriptures, man. This is what's about to take place, because some of these things they truly haven't happened yet, man. All right, but it's about to be very well known, man. I gotta get that. Let's get that. Second Ezra chapter 16. Verse I started verse 71, man. I ended off here. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." Madmen, man. Esau Edom gonna be coming in as an enemy, coming in like a flood. All right, all out hell breaking loose, man. People thrown in prison, people killed right on the spot. Anything you can imagine, that's what's gonna be taking place. Wild beasts on the earth, killing individuals. All right. Verse 72, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." See, people going to be thrown out of their houses, man. Things about to get really physical. All right. Esau Edom is about to get really carnal. All right. He's not spiritual at all. All right. And these are the scriptures that back up the point that all hell, that it is about to all out hell about to break loose, man. All out hell is definitely about to break loose. Okay. These are the scriptures why we say this, man. Why we give out those warnings. If you don't have the protection from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and His men of the Lord, you're through. You're through. But it starts with repenting to Him, and it starts with serving Him in truth, sincerity, and having faith. Okay, verse 73. My point. It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire." Because these are still going to be trying times, man. Difficult times that we're about to enter into. It's not about to be a cakewalk to the kingdom. We understand that as well. That's why we hope and pray that we are protected in these last days, man. That the Lord protects us. It says, verse 74, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." Okay? He's going to deliver the men of the Lord. He's going to deliver those sincere believers. He's going to deliver those that are around the men of the Lord in these last days, man. Because that's how the Lord's going to show His power. Okay? That's how the Lord's going to show His power, man. And yes, like I agree, we're gonna need the men of the Lord in these last days, man. You're gonna need the men of the Lord in these last days, okay? And that's not just to women, man. That's to the general population of those that are Israelites. All right, you're gonna need the men of the Lord in these last days, man. Of course, through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, so that's all I wanted to touch on, from land backing off that post that I retrieved from social media. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And Lord willing, the lesson was edifying and exhorting to you sincere believers. All right, shalom, shalom.